Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. Hey, my name is Cara Devine, and I'm here. Hey, they say I'm pretty fine, and I can't deny. I be up in the club, waving from side to side. Hey, hey, hey. I should have been a rapper. Clearly. Hello, crusty crew. Welcome back to another episode of Glorious Mess. You've made it this far. We are on episode 3. I know it's been a few days since, well, not even a few days. It's been a couple of weeks since the last time I uploaded, and I'm trying to stay to a cadence, but I had the bright idea of starting this podcast right before the holiday season and right before my busiest seasons. My busiest months of the year are always July and December. Kind of January, but not really. But July and December, don't even ask me to do anything because I'm booked days in advance, months in advance, weeks in advance. So I just haven't been able to get I haven't been able to sit down and record the way that I would like to. But I'm here now. So that's all that matters. I'm here, you're here, we're here. So let's get into it. Okay. I don't really have a script or anything for today. As you can see, I'm still in my gym clothes. Between you and I don't know if I should tell y'all this. You're gonna be like, this bitch is funky. Okay, so I went to the gym twice today. It's been a really hectic and busy day, but it's been a good day. It's been a really good day. I went to the gym earlier this morning. My preferred gym has a sauna, very cute. Went there earlier this morning, but ran into a lot of unexpected traffic. And so I ended up not being able to do everything that I wanted to do. And so I went back home, did some work, hung out with some friends, had like a working lunch, and then came back home to do some more work and realized that, I'm just going to go to this other gym that I have a membership to that's down the street from my house and just do the rest of my workout, which I did, and I'm very proud of myself. However, I look a little funky. I look a little crusty, if you like. But that's not important because you didn't come here to see what I look like. I mean, maybe some of y'all did. I wouldn't be surprised. No, but I knew I didn't come here to see what I look like. Y'all came here to see what the fuck I'm talking about. And like I said, I don't really have a script today. I'm really just speaking from the heart. And this is going to be a super short video. I know I say that all the time, but genuinely, I really don't want to be on here for too long, talking for too long. I know that it's holiday season. People are getting their stuff together. And I've been having a really interesting, kind of nostalgic, sorry, my light is like twisted. I have been having a really nostalgic kind of feeling, and I think a lot of people my age are experiencing this right now, so I thought I would share it with you all. Like I said, this is Glorious Mess. I'm going to share with you how I'm feeling. I'm going to bring other people on and share how they've been feeling, things that they've experienced, things they're going through, and I hope that my words and my experiences, how I'm feeling, finds the right person so they know that they're not alone in how they're feeling during this holiday season. So I grew up in a family that has a lot of traditions, as many people do. I was going to say black people and black and brown families, but I think a lot of families have traditions, especially where you go to your grandmother's house and all of your cousins have a big old slumber party and like y'all just stay there for the holidays, and you really get to feel the embrace of your family, the truest embrace, when people are in their most authentic forms, their most genuine. They're just there to embrace you and be around you. And that is if you are blessed to be in a family that moves in love, as opposed to is trying to break generational curses, or maybe still experiencing some generational curses that are directly impacting how you all navigate your relationships. But I was blessed to be in a family, or to be born into a family where holidays and traditions are very important to us, and we move in love. Like most of my family that I introduce to people, they're like, oh, like how are y'all related? And 9 times out of 10 we're not biologically related, but I wouldn't see them as anything other than family. So my family in particular, we have this tradition on my mother's side where my family's from New York and my grandmother still lives in Brooklyn. And so every Christmas we would either spend Christmas Day in Atlanta and then leave Christmas night to go to New York to be with my grandmother through New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. Or we would go, as we got older, we would go there before Christmas Day and we would bring in Christmas Day with my grandmother in her house. And when I was younger, all of my cousins would come. Everybody. There would be people all over the house. It was kind of like the best case scenario for someone who is young and loves their family, and it's something that you look forward to. And as I'm getting older, I'm realizing that really just three things in particular. Two things that are, I think, just general statements, and the third one is more so associated with holiday seasons. But one, when you get older, I wouldn't say the magic of holidays kind of dissipates, but it's not the same. You know, Christmas morning, obviously you're still waking up, you're still excited to see what your parents or whoever got for you, but it's not that same magic that you experienced when you were a child. Waking up and, well, at least for me, waking up and sitting on the staircase, waiting for all of my siblings and my cousins to wake up because we're not allowed to go downstairs without them. Hearing the Michael Jackson Christmas album come on and that being the signal for us to go downstairs, and walking into my grandmother's Christmas room. I'll put a picture here because that's crazy as a kid to wake up to. And it's like you're in a Christmas fairyland all in your own house. But waking up and going into a room like that and, you know, seeing all the Christmas gifts, and in your mind, you're like trying to figure out, oh my God, just a couple of hours ago, I was in this room. I saw this tree, and now it's like overnight, literally, the room is full of gifts and Christmas cookies, and where you smell breakfast being made from downstairs in the kitchen. Like, there's just a magical element to that. It kind of makes me think of like Polar Express, you know, like how magical Christmas can be, or Miracle on 34th Street. Like, we think about the miracles of you know, of not even just Christianity, but of the Christmas season. And as you get older, you don't believe in Santa Claus anymore. Like, that magic is something that you have to be a lot more intentional about. And I find that that is a common thing just in life in general as you continue to grow and mature. You know, as a kid, everything just came so easily, you know, seeing your cousins, seeing your family, getting all these things. But when you become an adult, you realize that that is all due to the intentionality of the adults in your life. It was because of our parents. It was because of our aunts. It was because of our cousins and our grandparents, that all of our guardians that said, you know what, this is important for my children to experience. And they kept us in that bubble. And so that leads me to like the second thing, is that we have to be, as adults and as young adults, really, because I still see myself as a young adult. I mean, like, I still say if I were to get pregnant now, that it would be a teen pregnancy, like, for real. So as young adults now, it is so important that we carry that flame of intentionality so that our family legacies and traditions can move forward, so that they span more than just our generation and the generation before us. And it's hard, you know, it's difficult to do that, when, especially depending on what kind of family background and dynamic you have. And we talked about that, or I talked about that a few minutes ago. You know, if you don't come from a family that is moving in love or prioritizes being together, it's going to be difficult for you to then prioritize that for the family that you're creating, or even with your friends. So yeah, and then the third thing, it kind of aligns with the first, but you know, you have to be, one, intentional about the holiday seasons, but you have to be okay with those shifts. You have to be okay with understanding that we all are experiencing different seasons in our lives, and not just different seasons, like I'm in one season, you're in a different season, but we're going to experience the same seasons at different times, if that makes sense. Like going through your 20s and feeling like this, and feeling like, oh, there was so much magic in the holiday season before when we were younger, and that weird in between space before you have children of your own, you're going to have to create the magic for yourself and for your family and for your friends. And I was actually talking to my grandmother about that. And she mentioned kind of similar to what I was just saying, like, you know, you have, when you're a kid, there's the magic in waking up and going to see the Christmas tree and seeing all the presents. And then when you're a young adult, you have like your boyfriend or your significant others, and like you get that kick or magic from giving gifts and like seeing the light on people's faces. That's my biggest thing. I love gift giving. And then when you have children, that is kind of when the cycle returns to that same magic that you had when you were younger, because not only are you reminiscent and you remember how you felt when you believed in Santa Claus, and you feeling like, whoa, like how the hell did this fat man get through the chimney and leave all of these presents here and I didn't hear a thing? Like, conspiracy theories. Honestly, that's probably where my conspiracy theory mindset began, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, like, you are now the keeper of that for your children. And it's difficult, you know, and I keep saying that, but it's difficult to not only go through this, but understand it and be okay with the shifts in your life. But yeah, like, I love the holiday seasons. I love being with my family. And, you know, it's difficult when people are everywhere. Your cousins are not in the same states anymore. They're not being coordinated by their parents, and they have significant others now. So they're saying, oh, I'm going to spend Christmas with such and such's family, or I'm going to spend Thanksgiving with such and such's family, or such and such is going to come here. And that's going to, you know, kind of change the dynamic that you used to have. But what I am realizing more and more, and not just holiday season, but in this season of my 20s, that you have to be okay with the shifts. You have to embrace them. You can't just be okay. You have to embrace the changes in your life and prepare yourself for them. Because one, you're going to want to be present in all of the journey, so that one, you can really soak it all in and get everything that you're supposed to learn from it. And then two, I am a full believer that all of our experiences and everything that we do is in order to also help other people. Like, we don't just go through things to say, okay, God, thank you for showing me this. I understand why I went through this. Our lives are testimonies. Every single person has unique experiences, and those experiences can help so many people, and you never know. And I am a testimony to that. I didn't think that my words and the things that I've gone through and the things that I think about would be helpful or even entertaining to people. But in my real life, when I speak to people, they tell me, oh my God, I could listen to you talk all day. I love hearing your insight. I love hearing about your experiences. I love hearing about when you read this book and how it made you feel and how you describe it. Like, you're just so articulate. And, you know, God gave us life as a gift, and it is our responsibility to pay it forward to others, especially during the holiday seasons. And so in efforts, like I said, to keep this short, I just wanted to leave you with those tidbits, you know, like, I understand if anybody's experiencing like loss, they're experiencing grief. And that doesn't just mean that someone has passed away, but you can be grieving relationships. You can be grieving like romantic relationships, familiar relationships, just, you know, platonic relationships. The holiday seasons is not easy for everyone. And I hope that my words in this video reaches the right person, and it reminds them that we are just living in seasons right now. whatever you're experiencing right now, however you are spending the holiday season, if it's different than how you used to when you were younger, know that you have the power to change that. You have the power to be intentional about what your life looks like and what your holidays look like and what this season looks like. But also, this is temporary. So temporary. And you will have the opportunity to create that magic again in your life, to create love and life in your own life. So yeah, my heart goes out to everyone who may be experiencing the holiday season differently than how they used to and are not looking forward to it. But I hope this wasn't too scatterbrained for y'all. I really just wanted to talk about what was on my heart. And I hope again that this finds the right people. So I love you, Crusty Crew. I'll try to upload another video before Christmas season. If it is not a formal podcast like this, I might do something different. I might sit down with some of my family members in New York. That might be cool. But if I don't see you before the new year, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas. And I hope that you are setting your goals for the new year and also reflecting on all the accomplishments, smallest to biggest, that you have had in your life this year. So again, I love you, Crusty Crew. Thank you for tuning in, and please follow me here because I always forget my outro, y'all. I'd be like, bye. Please follow me at my podcast page at aglorious.mess on Instagram. You can also follow my personal page, which is at _the_Kenyatta. I also post blogs on WordPress. The link will be down below. And I've also put this on Spotify. So if you want to actually like listen to the podcast instead of watching it on YouTube, you can absolutely do that. The link will also be down below. So I'll see y'all later. Smooches.